I mean, they're killing it. Right.
Just like Homestead Home.
That's right.
We love it.
All right, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye. Hey guys, don't leave so quick. Don't you want to know who won the Pickaroon contest? Well, our randomizer just picked, and it was Eric from Life in Farmland. So Eric, if you want that Pickaroon, you need to get your address to us as soon as you can.
So there's no varnish on this handle. We're gonna rub a little boiled linseed oil into this. Usually they recommend doing it several times in the first year because it soaks up, really helps the wood from checking and drying out too quickly. And then this weekend, we'll go out and put this thing to the test. So just a quick background on the tool I'm holding here. This is an Axearoon made by Hips Tool out of Pennsylvania. Basically, from what I understand, it's a father-son operation. All the handles come off of their property, either oak or a hickory handle. In this case, I have a hickory handle. And I have to admit, I'm pretty impressed with the build quality here. A lot of thought has gone into this. Anything from making sure this head stays really secure, to the heat treating of both edges on this, to the protective handle here. So anyone that's been following this channel for any amount of time knows I love firewood. I've really thought about one of these tools, but the two things that have stopped me from pulling the trigger are, one is, I've always thought a little bit of it as like the car battery theory. You can hold it pretty close to your body, but the further you extend it out, the harder it gets. And the other thing is I haven't really seen it used very much in harder woods. You know, here in Minnesota, we have a lot of those eastern hardwoods, ash, oak, that type of stuff. And I'm curious how well this point will hold up and stick into some of these harder woods. So one of the big selling points I always see with these Pickaroons, hookaroons, Axearoons, whatever you want to call them, in this case it's an Axearoon, they always talk about how great they are for saving your back, really helps prevent you from having to bend down, pick things up. And I'm a relatively young guy, so I've always kind of passed it off. That probably won't always be the case, and this is a tool that'll be great for helping save my back as I age here. But the thing that has really stood out today that I guess I've overlooked is how much it can save my knees. I don't like working out of the back of a pickup truck, but it does happen from time to time. And as you get down here, it gets harder and harder to start being able to reach the pieces, and then I got to crawl up in here and shuffle wood around, and my knees just don't like getting in and out of that truck. And this tool has been really great for that. I can be able to grab the pieces I want, drag them to wherever I need them, and just save me from having to climb up in the truck. So we're winding down. I got about a half a core process. Like I said, this is the first time I've been out using this. There's a couple things that stand out to me. One is if you're getting tired or something, this is probably not the best tool to be using because, I mean, you got a sharp point on one side, you got at least in this case, an Axearoon, there's an axe on the back, so as you're pulling stuff out, you got to be a little careful. And then, of course, swinging. Nice part is on this handle, they got a nice curve here, so you don't have to use much energy. And a lot of times I actually find myself choking up on it. So my weight concern, it hasn't really been that big of a deal. I get in there, I choke up on this, and it's not like extending things way out, and plus I'm carrying things at my side. The other big thing, if you're thinking about getting one of these, is you gotta really pay attention to how you get this built into your workflow to make it worth its investment. Today I've been setting it right up against my splitter here, so it's always within arm's reach. But if you're setting it down some random place and you're spending more time searching for it, it's gonna slow you down, and it's probably not gonna be the best tool unless you really struggle with a lot of back problems and utilizing it for that. So in case you're wondering, I was working with some white ash today, some white oak, and some American elm. American elm was much more of that stringy type stuff, so it was great to have the hatchet on the backside of this Axearoon to be able to break those apart and just make it so I can move on with my life. So if you've been on the fence like I have, I definitely do give this item a head nod. A lot of great uses other than just the back saver. Been very, very pleased with this. If you haven't narrowed down a company, take a look at Hips Tool Company. Like I said, American-made, family-run business. Definitely a win-win, and they make a fantastic product. The build quality on this is really good. And you can tell there's been a lot of thought that has gone into this. The design of the handle, the way it's put onto this Axearoon here, it just makes a lot of sense. You can tell they did a lot of thinking, and even like their little safety part on there, it's very serviceable by yourself. Just a little bit of bungee and just a pretty simple and great design. I'm going to put a link in the description below to where you can find these items. It looks like they're about $65 for just a Pickaroon, about $120 for an Axearoon. I'm not affiliated with this. I was just trying to figure out where I could even buy one of these from this company. And I think they're so small that most of all their sales happen over on eBay. So the link in the description will be to their eBay store. And I have no affiliation with it. I don't get any kickback or anything. It's just a company that I think they're making a great product. And if this is one of those items, I would definitely consider taking a look at them. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.